We're in the Anything Goes tier today with a team of full Totsugeki. So we're going to be spamming Palafin all over the place. That's what you do when you get a Totsugeki. You spam Totsugeki. Okay, they lead off with Galvantula. It was either going to be Galvantula, Smeargle, Cottony. They have so many potential leads. This one is Choice Banded. Could be an issue. But we do here have a Focus Sash one, which let's see if Jet Punch does the job. It does not do the job. But that's okay, because we get off a couple of Jet Punches, then the next guy can do it. So I'm not too worried. And now we actually have a Choice Scarf one, which we will flip turn out on. I believe this should kill, as it does. And that will allow us to get another Totsugeki in. Obviously, this isn't a very serious team. And by it's not a very serious team, I mean it's absolutely not a serious team. But I mean, look at the date. That's what we're doing here today. I'm going to bulk up here. And now I'm going to encore them. Oh, actually, they have encore as well. I forgot I wasn't... Yeah, they're Prankster. I'm not Prankster. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, we're going to taunt here. That way, they're behind a sub. They can't do anything. And now I'm going to go back into my... Got a Citrus Berry one. We'll go into that. They go for Struggle. That doesn't really work out for them. We'll just flip turn out. And now I'm just going to go back into the other guy. And now I get to bulk up. And I know we just saw before that they encored me. But they're going to die to Struggle. And even if they hadn't died to Struggle, I would have been able to go for Jet Punch, which would have been priority. And then we're fine, right? I wonder if this has Grass Knot. I guess we'll find out. We get a Drain Punch here, though. I could Terra Fighting. Might not be the worst idea. But I think I wanted to save my Terra for Terra Water. Oh, the Terra Electric. Interesting. A Jet Punch here. So that actually doesn't actually end up taking them out. So I'll bulk up again. Yeah, okay, I figured. We're back with a very fun-looking team on my opponent's part. I wonder if this is Misty Terrain Wheezing with Unburdened Sceptile. Could very well be. I'm going to lead off with my Choice Scarf Totsugeki, because I get to taunt the Deoxys defense. They could be Metal Herb, but they are not, as they are Cosmic Power, which is horrifying. So now all we need to do is go into all my different Totsugekis to get them started. As we'll flip turn out now. And yeah, we want to get the banded one going because the banded Totsugeki is probably the best one just out of the box. This one is Choice Scarf. The question is, does Scarf Totsugeki kill? I think it might. But I also don't know. Alright, it looks like it does kill if I Terastallize, now that I am Hero form. If it's Standard Sceptile, right? If it's Standard Sceptile, then we should be good to go. And I'm just going to get rid of that because that is a pretty annoying one. Having this be a water one is pretty good, I think. Here I'm going to go into this guy because it's really obvious they're going to go for Cosmic Power. And they have Pressure, which is annoying. But I get to Encore them here. Now I can go back into my Choice Scarfed one. I'm actually going to taunt them. Now they can't do that. I guess that didn't work out with the Encore plus taunt because of the way the timing worked. So maybe I should not have done that. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to sack my special one. Actually, I'm gonna go back and Encore again. Just because I want them attacking. I think it's probably better for them to not be getting their strength up. Okay. I'm gonna bulk up here. And throw off a couple jet punches. His Deoxys defense is gonna be real annoying. But I can continue to Encore them. So all they can do is go for Psychic Noise. And hopefully eventually they just die. Just Wave Crash. Gonna have to bust through this. That was a crit, actually. 38%, 37%. I actually think we just may straight up kill. Which I will take. As we did not, but that's okay. And now I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna Wave Crash again. This should be about as strong as the other one, so they don't really want to switch into this. Greninja, Weezing, all problematic. Technically my opponent could be keeping track of which one is which, but they may not be. And so they don't know this one is the Choice Scarfed one. They'll have to get a double protect or be Focus Sash, otherwise they just die again here. They also have not Terastallized, so I do have to remember that. But I do have my Focus Sash Palafin in the back, and they don't remember this is my Choice Scarf one, which is one of the better parts about this. I'm actually going to go into my special one here. To go for that, I'm gonna go for the Surf. Ah, they unfortunately get up Stealth Rock there, which I suppose that is what it is. We still have our Choice Scarfed one. They were not Misty Terrain, which I feel like is okay. Like Weezing with Levitate is good, but at the same time, you had a Sceptile on your team. Wouldn't your Sceptile have benefited from Misty Terrain? Obviously, they're bringing this to Anything Goes. It's not really a serious thing. Here I'm gonna actually go for Flip Turn first. Because what I don't want them is to be Focus Sash. I mean, technically I guess Focus Sash doesn't really matter. Oh wow. Well, okay then. Apparently they just kill. So maybe I should have gone into my Choice Scarfed one first. We will Jet Punch. And then, they're gonna outspeed me. And we fail to pick up the KO. So that's Specs Grand for you. Now we're facing a team with 3 mouse holds and 5 Pokemon. I'm not sure why they decided not to have 6 Pokemon, but I definitely respect the mouse hold grind. I think this might be like a lead screen set or something. I sort of want to lead off with my Choice Scarf here, so I can taunt the Dragapult. We will outspeed, and then they can't get up screens if that's what they want to do. Ooh, Substitute. Even more nasty. Alright. Gonna go into my Specs one. As apparently, they have no moves at all. I'm actually gonna go... I'm gonna go for Encore here. Because whatever they do, they're going to have to... Yeah, there we go. Because whatever they do, they're going to have to... Well, actually, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go back to my Choice Scarf one. Once again, we'll just taunt here. I know that the Encore will wear off, as we saw in that previous game. But that's okay because they don't have any moves anyway, as we've seen before. Now we will bulk up. Because what we know, now that we're good, strong Totsugeki, is that this guy shouldn't be able to touch us. And I'm gonna Encore again here. Because no matter what they do, I don't think it can touch me. Yeah. So what I can do now, I think, if I'm counting turns correctly, is I can bulk up once and then Jet Punch twice. I might have been able to do it one more time, but I'm just going to play it safe. I always forget counting turns. Yeah, I think technically I could have done it one more time, but this works. I have no clue. So I see a Baton Pass. That Baton Pass that I'm seeing, I don't even know if Dragapult gets Baton Pass, but we are in Anything Goes. And in Anything Goes, just like the name says, anything does go. So I'm actually quite disappointed here that that didn't kill in one. What the heck? Totsugeki, what you doing? I only did 77%. On the other hand, we didn't take any damage, so that's good. No, that's a really sad amount of damage to take. So, I'm pretty sure that's the end of this game. It's a really cool lead Dragapult that I'm sure catches a lot of people off guard. But I'm just going to Drain Punch since we know it doesn't kill anyway. Maybe they'll try tidying up or something, who knows. Probably they won't. Oh, they must be like a really bulky Mousehold, which is why they lived. And so I actually outspeed them apparently. And you, I'm just going to bulk up. I think. Oh, their Focus Punch. That's cute. Just Jet Punch. Oh yeah, so I lost my train of thought. Dragapult, really cool set here. Sub DD, probably Baton Pass, and then I don't know what their last move is. But having no move to attack your opponent when they lock you in with Encore or when they go for Taunt is really not the way to do things, I don't think. Anyway, we'll be back with another game. And we're back with a very fun-looking team on my opponent's part. They're definitely just choosing Pokemon that they like and using it in Anything Goes, because why not? A Zoroark plus a normal immunity again, or a ghost immunity rather. Plus Como, who you never know what they're actually going to be immune to. Like, this team is pretty nasty overall. I'm going to lead off to my Choice Specs one. As this is either the Zoroark or it's the Articuno. I'm just going to throw off a Surf here to see what's up. As it appears they are the Articuno. Future Sight is actually sort of scary from this guy. We'll have the Choice Specs on deck later, which I think is important. And here I'm actually going to sack this guy. I don't know, maybe this was the wrong Totsugeki to go into. But we know that the Future Sight's coming, and that's not good. So I'm going to flip turn out, and we'll have the Choice Banded one next. His team is pretty slow, and that's the thing I'm banking on with my power guys. Here they're almost certainly going to go for Future Sight again. And now I'm just going to throw off an Ice Beam. Because now in theory they should know that I am the guy that they saw at the beginning. But they only saw Surf, so they might not know that I have Ice Beam. I'll go my Citrus Berry one. Now that you see that I've gone for Ice Beam, you might go into your Torkoal or something. Nope, they don't care. Okay, just doing a vibe check. Want to see what's up. They don't have any switch-ins to Choice Banded Wave Crash. That's what we're going for. That'll kill the Articuno, because it's coming off of a much stronger attack stat. And it's Stab. And Articuno, I think, has lower defense than special defense, so... That's an easy KO. And so they could have Choice Scarf Toxtricity. But if they don't go into Toxtricity, then I think we're good. And actually, as we see, this is Air Balloon. That's not a switch-in. I'm really glad they had Air Balloon because that told me they weren't Choice Scarfed. And it also told me they weren't Zoroark, so I was comfortable staying in and just going for the OHKO there. I'm gonna go into my Focus Sash one. And now I'm gonna taunt it. If they had gone for Belly Drum or something, I could have gone for the counter in theory. This guy's just here to be a get out of jail free card. Not a very good get out of jail free card. Because if they get up rocks or anything, then the Focus Sash is busted. But that's okay. And we'll just jet punch here for a bit of chip. Now I'm gonna go into this guy. And we're gonna Ice Beam. They could be soundproof. It could also be bulletproof. I do not know which you'd be on this team. Like, I have no clue what you'd be on this team. But they let me go for the Ice Beam, which is great. They only have one switch into this anyway. The Poison Jab, Poison is a bit unfortunate. But it looks like my opponent doesn't like switching, so we're just going to stay in. We're not going to predict the Torkoal switch in. Against other opponents I might have, but this guy just likes to stay in. And I'm guessing that their Zoroark may be Choice Scarf. So I want to keep my Choice Banded guy around. Yeah, I'm just going to Ice Beam again. This could be Zoroark. We don't know, as it is Zoroark. But one thing we do see here is that my Palafin outspeeds. This, I actually have my Choice Scarf guy here. So I should be just safe to go into it. And then we'll flip out and go into our banded Totsugeki. And we will be able to Jet Punch. We want to Jet Punch the Zangoose because it could have Quick Attack. And that's annoying. I'm actually going to Terrasilize Jet Punch just to be stronger. And I don't think this is going to be enough for them. The Protect is probably an okay play, but that's only if you didn't take me out before and now you do. But I take you out no matter what, so I'm not concerned about that. And then the Torkoal comes out and it'll get up the Sun. I think really they should have done this a long time ago. You see I have 6 water types, so not getting much out of that. But apparently they are Solar Beam Torkoal with Terra Grass. So why didn't they go into this earlier? Come on, man. I mean, I guess it works out for them because if I had known that they were Terra Grass, I could have saved my Acrobatics one and my Ice Beam one. But since I didn't know that's what they'd be running, then it came as a last-second surprise when I was out of Pokemon. So I guess it works out for them. The Melodic is going to be annoying, for sure. Let's see here. I'm going to lead off with this guy this time. I'm going to sub up a couple times. I figured they'd lead off with this Go-Goat. It obviously leads pretty well into my team. I can Terra Flying now, though. I think I will. I know it's not going to be very strong. But, well, actually, first of all, I did my HP number wrong. So that's embarrassing. So that actually wasn't that strong of an acrobatics. That was an interesting play on my opponent's part. I think that was sort of short-sighted. Because now I'm just going to flip turn out. I probably should have gotten my banded one instead of my choice scarfed one. But we've got the banded, the choice scarfed one up now. Gonna go into my specs one. I need my choice specs guy to be strong and powerful because I need it for melodic. I'm gonna hard switch this guy out. I don't even care. We're going to the focus ash one. And then we're gonna jet punch. As we see, it's life orb. Life orb means that I should still go for jet punch on this guy. Okay. Yes, sir. So that was good to scout because clearly they are not choice scarfed. But I didn't know that they weren't choice scarfed, and if they were choice scarfed, that would be majorly problematic. And now we've ran into our first real scary legendary. Kyogre, of course, will help power us up, but it's also going to be very bad for us. They also have the Zapdos, which, you know, that, of course, is a problem. Lead off with a choice scarfer. Going to flip turn here, and hopefully we don't get staticked. But that's always the risk you run. As we're just going to flip into our focus sash guy. Get off with a little jet punch here. This could be a speed tie, which is a problem. Now I'm going to go into my specs one, maybe? Yeah, I think I'll go into my choice specs one here. I'll just ice beam it. And that does take it out. So that's good. That was what we needed the choice specs Totsugeki to do, and we needed to get rid of the Zapdos for sure. Now the Como is a little bit scary. Mamoswine and King Gambit are strong, but I think we have guys that lead that do well into both of them. I think here we sack the flying Totsugeki. They go for Ice Beam. I do not know why they went for Ice Beam. That does not make any sense. Does this not have Thunder? I'm very confused. This is my flying one. Here I'm going to go back hard into my choice specs one. They lock themselves into Outrage. I wonder if this is choice scarfed. If it's not choice scarfed, then this is great for me. Because then they're locked in, they die. And I don't really need my choice specs guy at this point. I'm actually going to sack it here because it's not doing anything for me. Even if this Mamoswine is Trailblaze, I'm not concerned because I have Jet Punch in the back. And that's a crit. So that's cool, I guess. Here I'm going to go into my Citrus Berry Totsugeki and then just flip turn out. Because if they Ice Shard, I'd prefer this one lose its HP. Since it has a Citrus Berry and it needs it if it wants to use Acrobatics. And we'll just KO it there. And now, I'm going to go with my Choice Banded one. Get that one up and ready to go. This has always been Palafin's big problem. Is the fact that it struggles to get started. It has to switch out first. If you have a team full of other guys that can do something different, then you're cool. But once again, we'll just go into this guy. I don't need it. Guys, forgetting I have Jet Punch. The Ceruledge was never doing anything. I just had to try to attack with a close combat or something. But it was not going to be able to set up on me. So getting Palafin set up requires you switching out and switching back in again. In this game, for some reason, I was able to actually get most of my Palafins activated. But generally speaking, you're going to need other guys on your team that aren't Palafin to get something started. But that's the fun part about this team is that you can't do that. You're always switching from a Water Weak into a Water Weak. You're always switching from a Palafin into a Palafin. Choice Scarf, I guess. Oh, this is tough. They've got a Toxapex, which is a major issue. If I can get rid of their Zoroark, I think we can make something happen with the Choice Specs one. I'll flip turn out. So this is Thunder Wave. That's really annoying. But to be honest, I wasn't too concerned about that. Against this team, like, ew. Okay. Since they seem like they don't want to switch out into Toxapex, I'm just gonna stay in and Wave Crash, get rid of the Murkrow. I think that's a smart option. Parafusion, I have not really seen many people talking about Parafusion since at least probably it might be the confusion in Paranerf. So I always forget which generations had which changes to their mechanics. But in Generation 5 or 6, whichever one it was, I'll go into this guy here. They are Bitter Malice, which means that this is Zoroark. So that's fine. I'll just Jet Punch you. And now I'm gonna go into my Choice Specs one, maybe? Maybe I'll just go into my other guy and just Jet Punch again. I don't want him taking damage. I need my Choice Specs guy for Toxapex. So I'm okay losing my other paralyzed Totsugeki. Now they go into Toxapex as well, they should have. I'm going to go into my banded one first. Then I'm going to flip turn out. I could have the... Okay, now we get this just normally poisoned. Just fine by me. Having this paralyzed is actually really nice. Actually, let's not do that. Go into this one here. I'll flip turn out. Flip turn doesn't really do anything, but it'll make me feel better about myself. Okay, flip turn again. Suppose flip turn was bad if they had Baneful Bunker, but I didn't think they actually would. Because that does mean that they have no recovery on this guy, which is great. I'll go into my Choice Specs one, because as we see, they don't really have anything for it. They'll probably Baneful Bunker again, which is annoying. But I don't think they really have a good switch in to Boom Burst. Unfortunately, because with Choice Specs, I couldn't hide the fact that I have the Boom Burst. I could have hidden the Terra Normal, and maybe that could have been something. But, eh. I'll go into my banded one, I guess. I don't know. Ah, Reflect. Fun. We'll just flip turn out now. This could have Spiky Shield. Does Glimmora get Spiky Shield? It does. This Spiky Shield. But they have nothing that wants to come in on this. I don't think. So my opponent decides to go into their Salazzle, which is an interesting play. Not sure I agree with it, but I'll take it. We'll just Jet Punch here. This probably has Protect, but that's okay. And now we'll just flip turn out. They can't substitute. This does not have doesn't have Black Sludge. So I just didn't want them to go to Toxapex and stall out more turns. That makes sense. Let me go into my last Palafin. We can keep out the Glimmora pretty effectively here. They're sort of forced to go into their Toxapex. I stand corrected. Go for Spiky Shield. Now we will Encore maybe. Or maybe they're just trying to go. Let's double here. Let's double. No, there's a Terra flying. Okay. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. If only I had a couple guys on this team that were boots. So this Totsugeki, unfortunately, I sort of needed it to break through the Toxapex. And I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't know if I have much else to go with here. Actually went for Chilling Water there, which is an insane play. Throw off an Acrobatics. Doesn't really matter what I do. But I am really surprised that they went for Chilling Water there instead of Baneful Bunker, because I was going to die that turn, and I would have gotten off a lot of free damage that they didn't need to have me go for. No, Jet Punch now in case they decide to go King Gambit. Alright. I'm gonna bulk up here on their Baneful Bunker. I think this is my only out, really. As I can actually go for Drain Punch now. Very weird. I really don't understand what they're doing here in this endgame. So I have bulk up. We get rid of the King Gambit, which is cool. And now I'm going to bulk up again. And now we will Encore. Guess I'll Drain Punch, I don't know. This isn't Spiky Shield, so I'm not taking as much. On to my other Totsugeki here. So what I was hoping they would do is they would go for Baneful Bunker on my Protect. Now just Wave Crash. Because what we got to do now is just punch holes, right? We got to punch holes. I'm just going to Wave Crash here in case they make some kind of crazy play and they don't go for Baneful Bunker. We've seen them not do that before, but they're just clicking buttons. Like right there, see? What are they doing? I don't know. So somehow, some way, team of full 6 Totsugekis beats the Toxapex. Man, anything goes is insane. There's a reason why I don't come here very often, but when you want to do something fun, this is the place to go and try your meme team out. I don't blame my opponent for running such a weird stally team. This is where you run the weird stally teams and the weird baton pass stuff. But I think we've had enough fun for one day, so we'll catch you guys next time.